So how is Deb Webber, huh? She is absolutely awesome and an inspiration to all of us in her ability to speak with spirit. Okay, the next part of our program, we're going to be having short conversations with 3 different people. We're then going to be having a question and answer. So I'd like you to start thinking of what those questions might be to our panel as these next guest speakers share their amazing knowledge with us. So for the next part of our show, an amazing young woman who is a singer-songwriter. Her name is Lindsay Drummond, and she is part of the... who's heard of the Wish Game? Some people down here heard of the Wish Game, because our guest after Lindsay is a woman called Louise Laffey, who is the creator of the Wish Game. And I have to say that if you haven't played this game, then please either buy yourself a copy of it or ring up and get a game played, because this game is going to take the world by storm. I guarantee it. It is one of the most powerful games I've ever personally played. Now, Lindsay is a testament to wishes coming true, because when she started playing the game, she said that she would like to write and produce a song called The Wish. Please welcome Lindsay to the stage.
I see it, I feel it, I know it's on the horizon. Can you see it? Can you feel it? You can live it. It's only a step away. No matter what they say, I believe, I believe in the power of you. You know I do. I believe, I believe there's a river that flows right through. I believe in a wish coming true. You want it, believe it, receive it, and you'll have it. With some action, reaction is attraction. Whenever you hear the call, you know you have it all. I believe, I believe in the power of you. You know I do. I believe, I believe there's a river that flows right through. I believe in a wish coming true. I believe in a wish. I believe, I believe, I believe in the power of you. You know I do. I believe, I believe, I believe. I see it, I feel it, I know it's on the horizon. Can you see it? Can you feel it now? Thank you very much.
And I think we're going to hear a lot more of this amazing young woman. Okay, so that's a wonderful lead-in to please welcome Louise Laffey, who is the creator of the most amazing wish game you could ever wish for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
what do you think of Lindsay's?
It's hard to match that after that intro, isn't it?
So, just in a nutshell, if we just let the audience and obviously the viewers know a little bit about your background, and predominantly you were a lawyer. You worked very much with corporations, multi-million-dollar projects, and did that for quite a number of years, and there was always something that was missing.
Yeah, there was, Robyn. I spent the first 20 years of my life in corporate life working originally as a lawyer. I went to law school. And I was always finding that I wasn't really satisfied with what I was doing in my jobs. And I think the main thing about it was I was forever looking for that deeper purpose. You think you're going to get it through a career of working hard and studying a subject that you think is your passion, and then, like probably for a fair few people, you suddenly get into that job and you think,
whoops,
this is not really for me. And then you get to the next job and you think, oh, maybe this is what's going to do it. And it didn't really quite happen for me. And I was working in, big companies, running major transactions. But at the same time, I was forever studying philosophy and alternate thinking and innovative thinking, and in particular, metaphysical and energy work. And that was my real passion. That's what I really, really loved doing. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I started practicing a lot of my energy work, and I started applying it in my corporate life. And that's when I started having really good results in terms of the sales and businesses that I was involved in.
Okay, and then a couple of years ago, you woke up in the middle of the night, as one does. Yep. When you hear these amazing stories. There's always that moment.
Yes. And
you just started writing for hours on end.
Yeah, what happened, it seems to be quite a common process for people who have ever, I think people use the word channeled or... Mm-hmm. I woke up. I'd never sort of understood what channeling was really till it happened to me. But basically you wake up and it's like a conscious stream of thought, and you just don't get allowed to go to sleep. You have to write it all down, and it's just constant streams of information, and you can't stop writing it until it's finished. So you know when it's finished because it just turns off. That's probably what Deb would explain. But mm-hmm. It's either on or it's off. And then when it's off, it's quiet, and then you can go back to your normal life.
And you had this kind of channeling for about 3 months, didn't you, while you were doing your so-called normal job? Yeah,
I did. What happened when I got the wish, I started getting it as pieces of a puzzle. So I didn't know that I was given a game at first. So the first few clues that I got were things like the infinity symbol, which you'll see on the board. And then I started getting combinations of numbers, and then the names of the cards and things like that.
Can we just backtrack then? For those that aren't aware of the wish game, how would you describe that? Summarise it.
The wish game really is meant to be a snapshot of your life at any point in time, which lets you look at energetically what's happening in your life. So what it does is you think of it like a movie frame, and it's one frame of your movie, and it just stops it for you. And what it does, it lets you look at what's blocking your life, and for you to be able to move those blocks out of the way. So it's designed to do 3 things. First of all, it helps you look at what you're wishing for in your life and to get really clear focus on that, because often we don't actually know what that is. So you're wishing for something that's going to make you really happy in your life.
And be specific.
And to be specific about that. The more specific, the better the messages you'll get from the game.
And in positive languaging.
Positive language. So for example, if you're wanting to meet someone, you'd say, I want to meet someone with these sorts of qualities, rather than I want to stop meeting all the people that are wrong for me, which we can tend to do. And then secondly, it's about looking at the blocks that stand in the way of why that wish hasn't turned up in your life. And it helps you through the cards because we've tuned in the cards. They're all energetically calibrated, so the cards you choose aren't any coincidence. So it helps you very quickly and easily move through the blocks that are standing in your life at any given time. And then you get to the end of the game, and for people who've experienced that, if you have a chance, speak to people in the audience who've played the game, you feel energetically much lighter. Because what happens is you shift those energetic blocks and you move the energy out of the way. So it's sort of almost like cleaning the slate for you. Let's go of things that you might have had worries about for 20, 30, 40 years that you might not have known about. Just moves that energy very quickly. And then at the end of the game, you're actually empowered to be able to take physical action steps to have that wish turn up in your life.